Letters and the Carson-Newman Eagles. The NCAA and Lenore University encourage and promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you for your support of South Atlantic Conference Softball. Fans, please be mindful of where you park your cars. Lenore University is not responsible for any damage to vehicles resulting from foul balls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet today's starters. First, the starting lineup for today's game, the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. Leading off, playing second base, number 6, Reese Vinbrett. Batting second, the left fielder, number 1, Kristen Griffin. Batting third, the third baseman, number 16, Hannah McMee. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 11, Jordan Reagan. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 21, Nicole Covertier. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 3, Hannah Bogoski. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 5, Cassidy Hack. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 22, Alyssa Maple. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 12, Gracie Palmer. And in the circle for the Rail Splitters, number 9, Jasmine Kaler. The Rail Splitters are coached by Richie Richardson. He's assisted by Caitlin Gambo. And now the starting lineup for the Carson-Newman Eagles. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 33, Malia Smith. Batting second, the center fielder, number 14, Abby Martin. Batting third, the first baseman, number 40, Macaulay Bailey. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 47, Grace Gregory. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 44, Eddie Saunders. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 19, Anne Marie Richards. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 4, Katie Mathena. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 22, Sarah Walker. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 6, Shelby Armstrong. In the circle for the Eagles, number 3, Lorelei Spradlin. The Eagles are coached by Michael Graves. He's assisted by Holly Tucker-Vance and Hayden Dye. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor our country, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
On a sun-splashed 58-degree morning, we say good morning from Hickory, North Carolina. It's day 2 of the South Atlantic Conference Championship Series, as the third seed Carson-Newman faces its in-state rival 4-seed Lincoln Memorial with a trip to Championship Saturday hanging in the balance. On the Eagle Sports Network, I'm Matt Scalzo with you. I'm delighted you can make me a part of your Friday morning. Hope you've had some breakfast, or if you're just getting up, if you're on the West Coast, that is. You're brewing up some coffee as these two foes clash on a big stage. Looking at the bracket, it was the lower seeds taking down the top seeds on day 1. Lincoln Memorial started what it hopes is a potential Cinderella story, defeating top seed Lenore-Ryan 3-1. And Carson-Newman in search of its first SAC championship since 2018, fresh off a win over the 2-seed and number 24 Anderson in yesterday's nightcap. May have very well clinched a spot in the national tournament after missing out on the past few seasons. Lorelei Spradlin gets the ball here in Game 2 of the weekend for Carson-Newman. She will face Reese Vivrette, who climbs into the lefty's batter's box to get us going. Championship of the winners bracket underway as Spradlin comes home. Vivrette chops it to third. Gregory fields it on a couple of hops, throws to first, but it's not in time. Vivrette with good speed, able to beat out the throw from Gregory, and it's a leadoff infield single, with first pitch coming at 10:35 a.m. local time from Sheena Holler Field. When these two met in the regular season, it was a split. Lincoln Memorial took Game 1, 2-1 in 9 innings, the longest game for Carson-Newman this season, as Kristen Griffin takes the first pitch strike on the inner half from Spradlin, and it's 0-1. For Carson-Newman responded with a 12-2 run ruling victory in the second contest up in Harrogate. The 0-1 from Spradlin. This is above the letters, 1-1 against first-team All-SAC outfielder in Kristen Griffin. Griffin second on this LMU team in batting average at .359, just behind Vivrette, who paces the team. 1-1. Spradlin sizzles it in on the inner half, 1-2. Spradlin is in the midst of a strong end to her sophomore season, carrying momentum into the postseason. 1-2 on the way. Griffin fights it off with a foul ball off the netting up the first base side. Count stays where it is. Currently this season for Spradlin, 6-1 mark in her sophomore campaign, a 3.04 ERA, starting in her 14th game of the year. Has gone 73 in 2 innings, or 2/3 innings of work. 1-2 on the way to Griffin. Brushes inside, twisting out of the way is the left fielder to square the count up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody away in the top of the first. 34 strikeouts, 31 walks for Spradlin. Opponents batting .295 against her. Griffin showing bunt, rears back as the 2-2 comes in. Misses outside, a snap throw back down to first by the catcher Anne-Marie Richards. Not in time, and Vivrette back standing. As Griffin, a patient hitter, doesn't swing at too many pitches outside of the zone. Works the count full. Spradlin on the payoff. Swing and miss. Spradlin goes to a drop pitch down and in to Griffin. Gets a swing and a miss, and gets the first out in the top of the first inning. It brings up Hannah McMean, the third baseman. In the cleanup spot on deck is the catcher Jordan Reagan, with Nicole Covertier, the center fielder, batting 5th. As here comes the first pitch to McMean. It's a called strike, gets away from Richards. But Vivrette not opting to go to second base, stays put, as it didn't get too far away from Richards, and the count goes to 0-1 against McMean. The 6th hitter is Hannah Bogoski, the DP. Cassidy Hack, the right fielder, batting 7th. Here comes the 0-1. High and outside of the right-handed hitting third baseman. 1 ball and 1 strike. First baseman Alyssa Maples bats 8th, and rounding things out is the shortstop Gracie Palmer. Lincoln Memorial in its all navy blue road look. 1-1 comes home. Misses a hair low from Spradlin. Count goes to 2-1 against McMean. Navy blue jerseys with LMU in big block letters across the chest, in powder blue outlined in white, numbers on the back to mimic. 2-1, McMean slashes one into right center. Martin going back, looking up, it is gone! A 2-run home run from Hannah McMean starts the top of the first with a bang. And Lincoln Memorial draws first blood, it's 2-0.
Home run, Rail Splitters, Hannah McMean.
McMean hits a team-leading 7th long ball this season. And LMU starts off game 1 of the second day from Hickory with a strong start. And so settling in is Jordan Reagan. Takes the first pitch, ball high and outside from Spradlin. As the Rail Splitters had a resurgence in the back half of the season, got off to a slow start. Spradlin rocks and deals the 1-0. Hangs outside, 2 balls, no strikes, with 1 away to Jordan Reagan. Rail Splitters faced a lot of good teams early on in the SAC season. The 2-0. This is down and in against Reagan. After the home run, Spradlin has now missed on the first 3 pitches. Rail Splitters started 2-10 in SAC play to begin the year. 3-0. Down the chute from Spradlin, 3-1.
This is the catcher, number 11, Jordan Reagan.
Or rather, 2-8 to start SAC play. Then they rattled off 10 consecutive wins, sweeping 5 straight SAC series before falling to Wingate in the regular season finale. 3-1. Reagan pushes one the other way into right. Mathena charges in and makes the play for out number 2. But this Rail Splitters side was at a low point. Found a groove.
Up next for Lincoln
took advantage of playing some of the lower teams in the SAC. Built confidence up. A team that was in the national tournament a year ago. Got the 4 seed, swept Mars Hill, and then picked up the marquee 3-1 win yesterday over top seed Lenore Rhine. Covertier climbs into the righty's batter's box. Spradlin misses, maybe a ball inside, and it's 1-0. Looking at Carson-Newman defensively, Abby Martin commands straightaway center with Addie Saunders flanking in left. Katie Mathena, who just made the plays, in right. Spradlin looks in, and the 1-0 to Covertier. Touch outside, 2-0. Tight zone on display for home plate umpire Jordan Slate. Looking at the infield, Macaulay Bailey's at first, Shelby Armstrong at second, Malia Smith's the shortstop, and Grace Gregory at the hot corner at third. 2-0. A strike at the top of the zone from Spradlin gets the count to 2-1. And Marie Richards completes the battery with Spradlin. As the center fielder Nicole Covertier stands in the righty's batter's box. 2-1 on the way. Just low once more from Spradlin, and it's 3-1. Slate was not one of the umpires yesterday in either of the first 2 contests. Amber DeWall, who was at third, and Ray Thacker at first were both a part of yesterday's umpiring crew. The 3-1 sharply hit to short. Smith snares it on the backhand, snaps it to first. The savvy freshman, Malia Smith, with smooth glove work, gets out number 3 on a stellar defensive play, sends us to the bottom of the first, but Lincoln Memorial strikes first, a 2-run shot from Hannah McMean. 2-0 Rail Splitters on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Malia Smith leads off in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch from Jasmine Taylor, a shot for the first. First baseman in Maples will take it to the bag, and Smith is retired. On the first pitch here in the bottom of the first inning. Lincoln Memorial a 2-0 lead on a 2-run home run from Hannah McMean. Carson-Newman now trailing for the first time this weekend. And first pitch to Abby Martin in the top of the zone. 0-1. Jasmine Kaler gets the ball for the Rail Splitters. The right-hander was stellar the first time around against the Eagles in March. The 0-1 hangs low against Martin, 1-1. Kaler pitched in Game 1, a 2-1 victory for the Rail Splitters in 9 innings. Went 6 innings, allowing just 1 run. A 1-1. Burns the outside corner to the right-handed hitting Martin. And 1 run allowed, no strikeouts and 1 walk. Was efficient in the circle. 1-2 on the way. He's outside. Two strikes. Should be senior center fielder in Abby Martin. Winner heads to the championship tomorrow. Winner of the losers bracket. Martin, hard foul ball snagged on the backhand by the shortstop.
Stepping in next for the Eagles, the first baseman, number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
Who just made the play at Hannah McMean. First pitch to Macaulay Bailey, bounces a couple of feet in front of home plate. Scooped up by the catcher, Jordan Reagan. Yesterday was a slow start offensively for Carson-Newman. Didn't get a run until the 6th inning. 1-0. Bailey puts it foul up over the top. Grandstand on the first base side, 1-1. Count changes to it. It was 5 straight innings of scoreless baseball, or softball rather, between Tatiana Stamper and Carson Hobbs in the circle. 1-1. Bailey shoots it the other way. Down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. For both teams struck for a pair in the 6th, and Carson-Newman had added 3 in the 7th. A 5-2 decision over Anderson. Now they trail 2-0 to Lincoln Memorial. 1-2 to Bailey. Ground ball back up the middle and into center field. Senior starts the hitting for Carson-Newman with the Eagles' first hit and gets their first base runner aboard with 1 away. Back-to-back hard-hit balls from Martin and now Bailey. Sets the stage for Grace Gregory. Had the game-winning double yesterday in the 7th on a deep fly ball to center field. Kara Davis, Anderson center fielder, had it for a moment, but as she crashed into the wall, ball came loose. Abby Martin scored the winning run. First pitch to Gregory, brushes high and inside against the first team all-sack third baseman. And the count goes to 1-0. Gregory has been a fearsome hitter, one of the top producers for Carson-Newman offensively and in the southeast region. 1-0. Brushes down low. 2-0. After the 2-1 loss in Game 1 to Lincoln Memorial on March 14th, Gregory started Game 2 with a solo home run. 2-0. Hangs outside 3-0. She sits in the driver's seat here. It kick-started what became an 8-run second inning for Carson-Newman to take firm control of that contest. And a 3-0 count. Kaler home. That's low. Didn't even touch anywhere in the zone. Didn't want to leave something tempting for one of the conference's best hitters in Gregory. It's a 4-pitch walk to put runners on first and second for Addie Saunders. But as you move further along in this Carson-Newman order, it doesn't get much easier for you.
Carson-Newman, the left fielder, number 44,
especially this middle part of the order in Gregory, Saunders, and then Anne-Marie Richards, who's on deck. Yesterday, those three combined for 8 of Carson-Newman's 13 hits, picking up 4 of the RBIs. Saunders in the lefty's batter's box. The first pitch is high. And Kaler is now missed out of the zone on her last 4 pitches. Or her last 5 pitches, excuse me. Bailey at second, Gregory at first. 1-0 to Saunders. Nubs it foul off the end of her bat. 1-1. Left fielder was named first team All-SAC. Part of what has been a stellar sophomore season for her. Improving as the year has gone along. Notched another multi-hit game yesterday. Going 3 for 4 at the dish. The 1-1. Saunders lifts it high in the air, left field, foul ground. Kristen Griffin into foul territory, makes the grab, and the Eagles strand 2 in the bottom of the first inning. It's 2-0 Lincoln Memorial through the first. Head into the second on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Leading off the second inning for
Into the second inning, it's 2-0 Lincoln Memorial. After a 2-run shot from Hannah McNean in the top of the first inning, Carson-Newman strands a pair. And a mini 2-out rally in the bottom of the first. It's back to Lorelei Spradlin in the circle. She'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Lincoln Memorial order, beginning with Hannah Bogoski, the DP, who stands in the righty's batter's box. And the first pitch is an off-speed from Spradlin, hangs low. Lincoln Memorial, an upset-minded team, playing with house money essentially in this SAC tournament. The 1-0, stamped in the heart of the zone, 1-1. They did finish as a top 4 seed in the SAC, but their record at 23-22 leaves them outside the regional rankings, needing to win the SAC in order to get into the national tournament. The 1-1, low and away, 2-1, and for Richie Richardson, who's in his 9th season at the helm, it's been a familiar sight for this rail splitter side in the NCAA tournament. 2-1. Misses just upstairs, 3-1. after yesterday's result where Carson-Newman took down Anderson. Both those teams at 6 for Anderson, Carson-Newman at 7, 3-1. Bogosky clips it straight back, 3-2. In the most recent NCAA rankings that came out on Wednesday. Winner of that, and Carson-Newman really feels like they cemented themselves into the national tournament. But if a bid stealer, such as Lincoln Memorial, plays a role that Georgia Southwestern did last season, and when they won the Peach Belt, could knock a team out that's sitting on the bubble. 3-2, wave and a miss from Bogosky. Goes after a pitch down in the dirt from Spradlin. She notches her second strikeout for out number 1 in the second.
Cassidy Hack.
Brings up the right fielder, Cassidy Hack. For Spradlin, she's been really gaining confidence across the last 4 appearances she's had. First pitch to Hack, down and into the right-handed hitting right fielder, 1-0. Across her last 4 outings coming into today, had gone 21 innings, notching 13 strikeouts to 5 walks. And a 2-1 record, 1-0. Misses downstairs, 2-0. And Spradlin going to call time and call out her catcher, Anne-Marie Richards. Two will have a quick conversation just in front of the circle here on the dirt of Sheena Holler Field in Hickory, North Carolina, home of Lenore Ryan. That will take on Anderson at 1 p.m. today in the championship series' first elimination game. Top 2 seeds battling it out. And they split in the regular season, just as these two sides did the same. Richards returns behind the plate. Spradlin comes home on a 2-0. And it's inside for ball 3 to Cassidy Hack, the right fielder. Spradlin going to need to work backwards in this at-bat. Here comes the 3-0. That's high. 4-pitch walk to Hack, puts her on first.
Up next for Lincoln Memorial.
And so it comes to the first baseman, Alyssa Maples. Starting in her 30th game this season, hasn't been a consistent piece hitting-wise for the Rail Splitters. Comes in with a .225 average in this bottom part of the order, trying to set something up for the top. First pitch to Maples. Off speed, that is a called strike on the outer half. Yesterday, Maples was 0 for 3 with a strikeout against Lenore Ryan, the 0-1. This is beneath the knees, 1-1. Rail Splitters getting timely runs in the 6th and the 7th inning to break a 1-1 tie against sack pitcher of the year, Madison Wilson. 1-1 from Spradlin. Miss Maples high in the air, left center field. Saunders goes back, and it is out of here. Second 2-run home run from Lincoln Memorial. It comes off the bat of Alyssa Maples, nearly hitting the scoreboard out in left center. And the Rail Splitters double the lead. It's 4-0 in the top of the second. Fifth long ball this season by Maples, and head coach Michael Graves makes the walk down to Jordan Slate. Home plate umpire is going to make a change in the circle. And he's going to go to Riley Sykes, senior out of Powell, Tennessee. As Spradlin is chased after an inning and a third, gives up 3 hits, 4 runs, a pair of 2-run home runs. For the Rail Splitters, they've seized early momentum with a trip to championship Saturday on the line. Both pitches down in the zone. And so now Sykes trying to come in and shut things down against Lincoln Memorial. Sykes, senior out of Powell, Tennessee, comes in with a 5.35 ERA and a 3-1 record. Opponents batting .320. As Sykes has gone 18 1/3 innings this season, but over the last 2 appearances that she's had, has given good innings to Carson-Newman against Emery and Henry and Lenore Ryan. Through 19 total pitches across those 2 contests on April 15th and April 24th, going 2 2/3. Not allowing a hit or a run, no strikeouts, no walks, letting her defense behind her make plays as Gracie Palmer will step in to the righty's batter's box, the 9-hitter. First pitch to Palmer, a breaking ball that catches the outer part of the plate from Sykes to get ahead 0-1. This ties the largest deficit Carson-Newman has faced this season that they've been able to come back from. The largest deficit they faced the entire year was 7 against Lenore Ryan. As the 0-1 misses down and away, 1-1. As Amber DeWall, the third base umpire, going to come and talk to Sykes about something in her motion to avoid an illegal pitch. A 1-1. Popped up out of play, first base side, 1-2. To Palmer. Palmer this season batting .271. Showing bunt on the 1-2, pulls back, lifts one up down the right field line, and it will fade into the Carson-Newman bullpen. Count stays where it is. A 4-0 Lincoln Memorial lead, powered by a pair of 2-run shots in the first and now here in the second. The 1-2. Palmer clips it straight back. Stays alive in this at-bat. Here comes the 1-2. Palmer shoots it the other way into right. Mathena twisting back in the shadow of the wall, able to make the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 2.
It's back to the top of the order for the Rail Splitters, the second baseman.
As it turns back over now to the top of the order with Reese Vivred, who led off this game with an infield single, came in to score on a 2-run shot from Hannah McMean, who sits in the hole. Infield creeping in. First pitch to Vivret, slaps it into left field, and it sinks in front of Addie Saunders. Vivret took advantage of the infield playing back in the first, chopping one
Stepping in next for Lincoln
down the
Memorial,
third base
left
side,
fielder,
and now as they come in,
Kristen
able to lift one over their heads on the left side. Puts a 2-out base runner on the board, or on the bases for Kristen Griffin, the left fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to Griffin, down and away. 1-0. Yesterday, Atiana Stamper in the circle, so stellar for Carson-Newman. Going 7 innings in a complete game, striking out 7. 1-0. Off speed from Sykes, dips down and away, 2-0. From Sykes. Misses outside, a snap throw down to first. And Vivret is there ahead of the tag from Bailey. 3-0 against first team All-SAC outfielder in Kristen Griffin. Time is called by Sykes out in the circle. Steps back off as Griffin resets herself in the righty's batter's box. Sykes back on the slab, 3-0. right down Broadway, and it's a strike to Griffin, who is taken all the way. The count goes to 3-1. Infield and outfield playing back against Griffin, who's got good pop in her bat. 6 home runs and a team leading 37 RBIs. 3-1. Chopper to third. Gregory fields it in fair territory. Goes across the diamond to first for out number 3. Lincoln Memorial doubles its lead. A 2-run home run from Alyssa Maples. It's 4-0 Lincoln Memorial through an inning and a half. Here, a trip to the championship on the line. Bottom of the second on its way on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Anne-Marie Richards leads off against Jasmine Kaler in the bottom of the second. Takes the first pitch ball. Gets ahead 1-0. Right-hander comes home to the right-handed hitting catcher. Hits one high in the air out towards left center field. Covertier back in front of the wall is able to make the grab for a long out number 1 in the bottom of the second.
Up next for the Eagles, the right fielder, number 4.
Long balls have led the way for the Rail Splitters. A pair of 2-run shots have jumped them in front 4-0 off of Lorelei Spratlin, who left after an inning and a third. One from Hannah McMean and most recently Alyssa Maples in the top of the second. Katie Mathino leads off and out in front of an off-speed from Kaler. And it's 0-1. Head coach Michael Graves yesterday in the post-game press conference talked about the energy that was going to be heading into this contest. The 0-1. Burns the outside edge from Kaler, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Off speed upstairs, 1-2. Knows this is a rivalry matchup. A lot of players from familiar areas. 1-2 to Mathena. Hits one sharply on the ground down the third base side foul. And taking a back step out of the way is Michael Graves down the third base line. Said his team had to come out of the gates like they did yesterday with good energy. But it's been Lincoln Memorial seizing early momentum. 1-2, skips into Mathena. 2 balls and 2 strikes. How do they respond is the question. A lot of softball still left, and this Carson-Newman team has been known for its gritty tendencies. 2-2 to Mathena. Wave and a miss. Swings over top, the off-speed from Kaler. She's got her first strikeout in out number 2 in the second.
Up next for Carson-Newman, the designated player, number 22, Sarah Walker.
Brings up the designated player, Sarah Walker, who gets the nod here in the second game this weekend for the Eagles. Was a pinch hitter yesterday after Lacey Keck made her first career start at the designated player spot. First pitch to the righty is a strike, pinpointed on the inner half. Walker batting .331 this season. Has a home run and 29 RBIs, the freshman out of Mills River, North Carolina. Here comes the 0-1. Walker lifts one down the left field line, but it hooks to the left side of the line, and it's a foul ball for strike 2. Walker has struggled in her last 10 games at the plate. Has 1 for 12 across those 6 games. But has been a steady piece of this Carson-Newman order. The 0-2, low away, 1-2. Went through a tough stretch at the end of February leading into March. Did not play on the 3rd day of the Triangle Classic, but it started what was a strong month of March for the freshman. 1-2, Walker, chopper towards short. Palmer fields it on a high hop, goes to first. It's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 2nd for Kaler. Lincoln Memorial in control through 2 innings. It's 4-0 in favor of the Rail Splitters on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Hannah McMeehan leads off here in the top of the 3rd inning and takes the first pitch strike from Riley Sykes to get ahead 0-1. McMeehan started this game off with a bang, literally a 2-run home run in the top of the 1st. 0-1, misses down and away, 1-1. What was the first of 2 2-run shots from the Rail Splitters. Here comes the 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. Chased the starter Lorelei Spradlin after an inning and a third. Turned it over to Riley Sykes. Got the last 2 outs in the 2nd. Trying to eat up some more innings. 2-1, off speed, a wave and a miss from McMean as Sykes fools her. Gets her off bounce, out in front of it. On a wave and a miss, and it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Dips low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right now, the energy all in favor of the Rail Splitters. Carson-Newman trying to find some sort of spark play to get them back into things. After a 1-2-3 bottom of the 2nd, payoff pitch. McMean lifts one into left center field. It will split the gap and one hop against the wall. Saunders picks it up, snaps it back into 2nd, but McMean's already in there, sliding in feet first with a leadoff double to start the top of the 3rd. And this Lincoln Memorial team that had things click after a 2-8 start in sack play. They ended the year 10-12 in conference games and off to a 3-0 start in the sack tournament. Swept Mars Hill in the 1st round, upset top seed Lenore Ryan yesterday. And now against its in-state rival, off to a good start as its first pitch swinging for Jordan Reagan out in the right. It's caught by Mathena charging in for out number 1, and holding steady at second base is McMean after the lineout. And so it comes to Nicole Covertier. The center fielder's 0 for 1 with a ground out to Malia Smith, the shortstop. First pitch to the right-hander. Covertier puts a bunt back to the pitcher. Sykes picks it up, goes to first, but the throw is late. And Covertier with an infield single off the bunt puts runners on the corners with 1 away.
Up next for the Rail Splitters, the designated player number 3, Hannah Bogoski.
And Hannah Bogoski now comes up to bat with runners on the corners and one away. That was a delayed bunt from Covertier, perfectly executed to put pressure on here against Sykes. Corners come in Gregory and Bailey. First pitch is outside to the right-handed hitting Bogoski. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Corners in for the Eagles in Gregory and Bailey. The 1-0. Off speed that Bogoski hammers out to left. Saunders, it's over her head and lands in the base of the wall. Reagan scores, stopping at third is Covertier. An RBI double from Bogoski makes it 5-0 Carson-Newman, or 5-0 Lincoln Memorial over Carson-Newman on the 7th hit from the Rail Splitters, 4th extra base hit. Michael Graves going back to the bullpen. He's going to bring in Reagan Rowan in place of Sykes, who goes an inning, gives up a run, responsible for the 2 on base, and so Reagan Rowan will come in as the Rail Splitters ambushing early. 2 runs in the first and the second. Now a tally here in the third. They're looking for more with runners on second and third after the double from Bogoski. She will face Cassidy Hack.
Carson-Newman, number 16, Reagan Rowan.
Rowan, a sophomore out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, comes in with a 2.27 ERA and a 4-0 record with 19 strikeouts to 15 walks. Opponents batting .212 against the right-hander. That has been a new piece in the bullpen. Didn't pitch all of last season as a freshman, but has turned into a steady piece in the stable for pitching coach Holly Tucker-Vance. Made her first career pitching appearance on March 1st against Bluefield State, then got her first sack action 20 days later against Anderson. Became a starter, struggled across her last 3 starts, but had a good outing, regaining confidence against Lenore Ryan on April 24th, going 4 1/3 innings, giving up just 2 hits with a pair of strikeouts. As now she looks to work around trouble against Cassidy Hack with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 away in the top of the third, a 5-0 Lincoln Memorial lead. Right-hander Rowan, home on the first pitch to Hack, that lines it into center field, and it's down for a base hit. Covertier scores. An RBI single for Cassidy Hack, and it's 6-0 Lincoln Memorial. 2 runs in the first 3 innings for the Rail Splitters.
The first baseman, number 22, Alyssa Maple.
And so here comes Alyssa Maples, who had the 2-run home run an inning ago. Has Hack at first and Bogoski at third. Maples in the righty's batter's box. First pitch from Rowan, high and outside, 1-0. Eight hits and 6 runs for Lincoln Memorial. The 1-0, upstairs 2-0. Across the doubleheader in March, Lincoln Memorial totaled 8 hits, scoring just 4 runs in the 2 contests against the Eagles. 2-0's low from Rowan. Quickly 3-0 against Maples. Danger of loading the bases with a walk here. Set up a chance for the 9-hitter Palmer, and the top of the order looming for Lincoln Memorial. 3-0 home from Rowan. Down Main Street for a called strike as Maples was taken all the way, and it's 3-1. 3-1 home. Swing and a miss from Maples, and Rowan working backwards gets the count to 3-2. Winner goes straight to tomorrow's championship. The loser take on the winner of the first elimination game this afternoon at 1 p.m. Payoff pitch misses downstairs, and Maples loads the bases with one away on a full count walk from Rowan.
Stepping in next for the Rails.
After a line out of Jordan Reagan, the next four have reached for Lincoln Memorial. Single from Covertier, double from Bogosky, single from Hack, and now the walk of Maples. Back-to-back RBIs from Bogosky and Hack. They're both in scoring position at third and second. First pitch to Gracie Palmer outside for a first pitch ball. The 1-0. Palmer lifts it up and out of play, first base side, 1-1. Lincoln Memorial coming out of the gates hot on this Friday morning. Putting Carson-Newman under heavy pressure through 2 innings and some change. The 1-1, Palmer down the right field line, slices out of play, 1-2. Rowan looks for a pivotal second out with Reese Vivred, who's 2 for 2 standing on deck. 1-2 to Palmer. Chopper towards short. Smith picks it up, goes home, and it is in time to retire. Bogosky sliding in. As the bases stay loaded with 2 away now. After the fielder's choice from Palmer. But it's back to the top of the order with Reese Vivred, who's 2 for 2. Has done it in 2 different ways. An infield single to third, and then a looping line drive over the head of the infield to left field. First pitch to Vivred, high and inside. Infield is in for Carson-Newman with Bailey and Armstrong on the right side of the infield in front of their respective bags. Gregory about 10 steps in front of third. 1-0. Vivret jammed inside, pops it out of play. That's 1-1. But the shortstop, Malia Smith, playing back because that is where Vivret went on her last base hit. As Carson-Newman looks to get out of this inning without any more trouble. A 6-0 Lincoln Memorial lead. The 1-1 hits Palmer on her right hand. And it's a hit by pitch to drive in another run. It's 7-0 Rail Splitters in the top of the third inning. It has gone from bad to worse here for Carson-Newman. On to their third pitcher. And it's over to Kristen Griffin now with the bases loaded. First pitch is high and outside to the right-handed hitting left fielder in Griffin, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. One of 2 Lincoln Memorial players that have not reached today. The 1-0. A strike at the knees, 1-1. 7-0 Lincoln Memorial. Another run puts Carson-Newman in run rule territory as they faced its largest deficit it's faced this season, the 1-1. Burns the outside corner, 1-2. Rather, this ties the largest deficit. Eagles fell behind 7-0 through 2 innings against Lenore Ryan in Game 1 of the doubleheader to end the season. A 1-2. High and out, 2-2. Eagles went on to lose that contest 7-1. As Griffin shows bunt, rears back as Rowan comes set. The right-hander on the break even. Swing and a miss from Griffin. Drop third strike. Richards will go to first, and Griffin is out as Rowan gets a strikeout. But LMU adds 3 more. It's 7-0 through 2.5 innings from Hickory. Back with more on the other side of this break on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
9-1-2 for Carson-Newman, facing its largest deficit this season as 7-0 advantage for Lincoln Memorial. They've thrown the first punch, and then they've thrown about 6 more, trying to knock out Carson-Newman. Armstrong goes after the first pitch, sinking line drive that drops in front of Kristen Griffin. Armstrong takes a wide turnaround first and retreats back to second as the shortstop Gracie Palmer did a good job backing up Griffin and helping her out as Armstrong picks up a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. So 9-hitter trying to spark something for the top of the order for Carson-Newman. Trailing 7-0. Pair of runs in the first and the second on a pair of 2-run home runs from Lincoln Memorial, and then 3 runs in the third. Smith shows bunt, pulls back as it bounces in front of the catcher Reagan. Armstrong with an advantageous secondary lead goes scampering back to first as the throw was high from Reagan. Smith 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman in Maples. Here comes the 1-0, tries to put down a bunt, misses, and the count goes to 1-1 against the Sacks freshman of the year in Malia Smith. Was 0 for 4 yesterday with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. 1-1 from Kaler, wave and a miss from Smith. Slapper comes up empty. As Carson-Newman tries to find something. The 1-2, Smith pops it up third base side, and it lands on top of the fence that guards the Lincoln Memorial dugout, and out of reach for third baseman McMean. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Armstrong over at first after a leadoff single. Abby Martin on deck. 1-2, hit on the ground to second. Palmer picks it up, goes to second base, steps on the bag to retire Armstrong, but doesn't have a throw to first as Smith is aboard on a fielder's choice.
Stepping in next for Carson-Newman, the center fielder, number 14, Abby Martin.
As Abby Martin will settle into the righty's batter's box. Just the second time through the order for Kaler. First pitch to Martin is an off-speed. Finds the top of the zone, 0-1. Meanwhile, for Lincoln Memorial, they are already 2 times through the order. The 0-1, outside 1-1. And at times this season, the Carson-Newman offense has had some slow starts, needing to quickly get into gear against Lincoln Memorial. The 1-1, upstairs 2-1. This is a Carson-Newman team that can score runs in bunches. 2-1 to Martin. Catches the outer half, 2-2. And it's going to have to come from some of the senior leaders, this Carson-Newman side, to get them going. 2-2 to Martin, low and away, 3-2. If able to get Martin on the bases with Malia Smith, that's a ton of speed as the Eagles try and find something. Smith over at first. Payoff pitch to Martin. Pops it up straight towards second base. Smith hesitates for a moment and then goes to second as the Vivrette tosses to Palmer for out number 2 and back-to-back fielders' choices.
Batting next for the Eagles,
retires a pair.
Number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
And Smith had to hold back for a moment as that ball just kind of hung up. Wasn't sure if Vivrette was going to get there. And so Macaulay Bailey now will settle into the righty's batter's box. 1 for 1 with a base hit. First pitch to Bailey. It's a looping rise ball up above the numbers for Carson-Newman in the all-white look. Home uniforms with big numbers on the front and the back in blue, outlined in orange. 1-0. Hangs beneath the knees, 2-0. White pants with 2 thin navy blue stripes down the side. Navy blue socks with white stirrups as Bailey calls time and steps out. On the stirrups, high on the calf. Thick navy blue stripe with 2 orange stripes around it. 2-0. Bailey hammers it out towards center field. Covertier back against the wall and retires Bailey on a deep fly ball to center. 3 straight scoreless frames from Jasmine Kaler. And Lincoln Memorial takes a 7-0 lead into the 4th as Bailey's frustrated, heading back to the dugout. Eagles trying to solve and crack through. Rowan heading back out against the Rail Splitters.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Frustration building for Carson-Newman as we come into the top of the 4th inning, and 4-seeded Lincoln Memorial with a commanding 7-0 lead over Carson-Newman here in game 1 of day 2. A trip to championship Saturday on the line, and fast-tracking their way to that championship series is the winner of this contest. Hannah McMean leads off. She led off an inning ago for the Rail Splitters as Reagan Rowan comes in, delivers an opening pitch strike. 3 runs on 4 hits. They left 3 runners left on an inning ago, did Lincoln Memorial. The 0-1. A strike from Rowan once again, and it's 0-2. And while the offense hasn't gotten going for Carson-Newman, some frustrating outs. The 0-2 on the way from Rowan. Skips in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitching has to be something that gets, or has to be the piece of the other half of the puzzle, rather. Sometimes words are hard. Other half of the puzzle for Carson-Newman. A 1-2. Hard ground ball straight to second. Armstrong gobbles it up and retires McMean. For the first out here in the 4th.
Batting next for Lincoln Memorial, the catcher, number 11, Jordan Reagan.
Just the second time today that Carson-Newman's gotten the leadoff hitter out. Got a strikeout of Hannah Bogosky in the second for a walk, and then a 2-run shot from Melissa Maples doubled the advantage for Lincoln Memorial. First pitch comes in low to Jordan Reagan. Reagan's 0 for 2, but she's got power. Hit a solo home run that opened championship series yesterday in first game of the day against Lenore Ryan. 1-0. Reagan finds the bottom half. 1-1. These upset-minded rail splitters that are playing with house money, trying to be a bid stealer. They're able to win this SAC tournament. The 1-1 Reagan hardline drive back to Rowan, picked up by the third baseman Gregory, and she goes to first to retire Reagan. That came screaming back towards the right-hander Reagan. Rowan hit off of her back as the infield comes in, and they're going to chat with her, and here comes athletic trainer Colby Reed out to the circle. And Reagan pointing up to her right arm, up by the shoulder area. A frozen rope off the bat of Jordan Reagan. Michael Graves comes out of first base side dugout as well. Home plate umpire Jordan Slate going to give a couple of pitches to Rowan. See how she's feeling. Jordan Slate, the home plate umpire. Ray Thacker's at first and Amber DeWall completes the umpiring crew at third. Third pitch on the way from Rowan. Still trying to see how she's feeling. Athletic trainer Colby Reed off to her left. As they try and see how they're feeling. Rowan says she's all good. Reed will head back to the dugout. The infield will disperse back to their spots as the Eagles look for their first 1-2-3 frame
now
in the fourth.
Rail splitters.
Comes to the center fielder, Nicole Covertier. That surprised Carson-Newman with a bunt an inning ago. Part of that rally that put 3 runs on the board. First pitch to Covertier, down and in from Rowan, 1-0. Talking with pitching coach Holly Tucker-Vance, says when it's really working for Rowan, it starts with her curveball. 1-2. Goes back to it, and this is low. 2-0. Covertier, 1 for 2. Here with 2 outs on the board, a 7-0 Lincoln Memorial lead in the top of the fourth. 2-0. This is inside, 3 balls, no strikes. Winner heads to the championship tomorrow. Loser awaits the winner of the tournament's first elimination game. 3-0. Upstairs, a 4-pitch walk to Covertier. She reaches base for the second time today. Here comes Hannah Bogoski, the DP.
Memorial, the designated player number 3, Hannah Bogoski.
Bogoski was the one that kind of broke things open in the third with a double off the base of the wall, drove in a run. First pitch from Rowan to Bogoski, misses outside. Throwback from Richards, got away from Rowan, but backing it up is the shortstop, Malia Smith. Covertier over at first, has good speed on the bases. The 1-0 bounces in. Covertier going for second. The throw down from Richards in time. Covertier caught stealing, and it's unconventional, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for Carson-Newman, their first of the morning. Maybe a play that can spark some energy. 7-0 Rail Splitters as we head into the bottom of the fourth on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Grace Gregory goes after the first pitch and flies out to right to get the bottom of the fourth going as Carson-Newman got it first 1-2-3 inning, unconventional in the fourth as Nicole Covertier was caught stealing. But the Eagles trying to find something. Just 2 hits through these first 3 innings against Jasmine Kaler. Addie Saunders steps into the lefty's batter's box, and the first offering bounces in 1-0. 7 runs on 8 hits for Lincoln Memorial. No errors, no runs, 2 hits for Carson-Newman. Have not been able to put much pressure on Jasmine Kaler. 1-0 downstairs, 2-0 to Saunders. Best chance was in the first inning for Carson-Newman. Had 2 runners on, just trailing by 2. A fly out of Saunders ended that inning. 2 roller towards second, gobbled up by Viv Rett. And she'll retire Saunders for out number 2.
Up next for the Eagles, the catcher.
Kaler was efficient when these two met back on March 14th. Went 6 innings in a 2-1 victory for Lincoln Memorial. Didn't get the win as it was won in extra innings by Katie Foltz. First pitch swing for Anne-Marie Richards. Clubs one down the left field line, and it's just a few feet to the left of the foul pole. Would have been out by a long way if she was able to straighten that one out. Trying to spark something for this Carson-Newman side, facing its biggest deficit of the season. The 0-1. A strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Lincoln Memorial has been using strong pitching. A complete game yesterday from Brooke Strickland in the 3-1 win over Lenore Ryan. And now hands it off to Jasmine Kaler. The 0-2 skips through the dirt, 1-2. It's been a huge part of why Lincoln Memorial has been one of the surprise teams in the second half of the season. 1-2. Richards clips it straight back. Just playing free. They got nothing to lose. On the outside looking in the regional rankings and needing to win this tournament to get that automatic qualifier. 1-2. Misses a touch outside. Meanwhile, for Carson-Newman, would like to get a win here or another win this afternoon if they have to play in the loser's bracket. 2-2, skips in once more, 3-2. I feel that yesterday a win over Anderson, who was ahead of them in the regional rankings by a spot. 3-2 to Richards. Hits a foul ball over top my head. On the first base side. Felt that win over Anderson. It came in at number 6 in the regional rankings. Carson-Newman was 7th. That might be enough to just get them into the national tournament. 3-2 from Richards. High drive, left field. It is gone. A long ball from Anne-Marie Richards gets Carson-Newman on the board. Their fifth home run of the season for the freshman. Brings the deficit down to 6, and Richards pumped up as she stamps her foot on home.
Number 19, Anne-Marie
Tries to get some energy back into this dugout. First pitch she saw from Kaler just pulled it foul down the left field line. This time on the 3-2, Kaler leaves one right in the sweet spot to Richards, and she left no doubt. Tape measure shot that probably would have been further if it didn't hit off a tree that's just beyond the left field wall. And so it's 7-1 as Katie Mathena climbs into the righty's batter's box. And the first pitch from Kaler to her bounces about 3 feet in front of home plate, and that's a first pitch ball. Richards has been resurgent over the last handful of games. 1-0. Mathena jammed inside, muscles it out of play first base side. Coming off of 3 RBI day yesterday, adds another here, and now has 12 RBIs across her last 8 games. Hard shot by Mathena on the 1-1, snagged by the third baseman McMean for out number 3. Carson-Newman, though, gets on the board. Solo home run from Anne-Marie Richards, the 5th of her rookie season. Makes it 7-1 as we head to the 5th inning on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A solo home run from Anne-Marie Richards in the bottom of the 4th gets Carson-Newman on the board. It's 7-1 here in the top of the 5th on the Eagle Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. Lincoln Memorial jumped in front 7-0 with 2 runs in the first and the second, 3 in the third. Reagan Rowan got through the 4th without giving up a run, comes back out for the 5th and starts the inning with a strike to Hannah Bogosky, who was up to bat in the 4th, but Nicole Covertier was caught stealing. Ended that frame. Here comes the 0-1. Misses inside. Snapping her legs back out of the way was Bogosky. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-handed hitting DP. The 1-1. Bogosky, hard ground ball, and it's through the left side into left field. Diving attempt by Smith that clipped off her glove. And Bogosky begins the 5th with a leadoff single. Second hit of the day. For the senior by way of Knoxville, Tennessee. Brings up Cassidy Hack, the right fielder, who's reached base both times today. First pitch to Hack. Finds the inner half from Rowan. 0-1. Hack coming into today was a .250 hitter, but has gotten on base both times today. A walk and then an RBI single. She was the first batter to face Rowan in the 3rd inning. Picked up an RBI base hit. The 0-1. Rowan gets another strike, burning the inside corner, 0-2. As Bogosky at first, here comes the 0-2. Hangs low, and Hack holds back on a check swing. Seven runs on 9 hits for the Rail Splitters. More hits in this game alone than the entire doubleheader back in March when these two met. 1-2. Hack fly ball into right field. Mathena drifting towards the line. makes the catch. Out number 1 here in the 5th.
Stepping in next for the Rail Splitters, the first baseman, number 22, Alyssa Maple.
Brings the first baseman, Alyssa Maples, to the plate. 2-run shot back in the 2nd. Last batter to face Lorelei Spradlin, then a walk her last time up in the 3rd. First pitch to Maples, down and in, 1-0. Stands in the righty's batter's box, and time is called by Anne-Marie Richards behind the dish. She'll go out and chat with Rowan. Conversation came to a close, and now Richards goes back out. She noticed some patches of dirt that are kind of clumped together out in front of the circle, tosses them to the first base side grass in foul territory. She sets back behind the dish. Here comes the 1-0 from Rowan to Maples, and off speed. Finds itself in the top of the zone, levels the count to 1-1. 1-1 on the way from Rowan. High and outside. Snap throw back to first by Richards. Back standing Bogoski, and the count goes to 2-1. Tall righty stance. Deep in the righty's batter's box, the 2-1. Wave and a miss from Maples. Goes after a pitch that was buried down and in. Comes the 2-2. Fouled straight back by Maples. Stays alive in this battle with Rowan. A 7-1 Lincoln Memorial lead. Maples doubled the advantage in the 2nd, made it 4-0 on a 2-run home run. 2-2. Wave and a miss. Out in front of the curveball from Rowan. A pumped-up strikeout for Reagan Rowan. That's her 2nd. That's a 2nd out here in the top half of the 5th inning. As Gracie Palmer, the 9-hitter, comes up. Still over at first base, Bogoski after a leadoff single. Bunt pushed down by Palmer, but as it hit in front of home plate, came back up and hit the bat of Palmer once again, so it is a foul ball. Top of the 5th inning. A 7-1 advantage for Lincoln Memorial over the 3-seed Carson-Newman. The 0-1. Check swing from Palmer, and she went around, says home plate umpire Jordan Slate. So Rowan sits a strike away from getting out of this inning after the leadoff single to Bogoski, trying to post back-to-back scoreless frames for Carson-Newman. The 0-2 from Rowan. Palmer shoots it the other way, down the right field line, and foul. Four-seed Lincoln Memorial on the verge of going to the championship series. With a win in this contest, the 0-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Reagan Rowan. Trying to spur some momentum for Carson-Newman as we head into the bottom half of the 5th inning. 7-1, Lincoln Memorial in front on the Eagle Sports.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Sarah Walker leads off in the bottom of the fifth and takes a first pitch ball from Jasmine Kaler. Get ahead 1-0. Carson-Newman chasing 6. It's a 7-1 advantage for the Rail Splitters. 1-0 from Kaler. Drive into left field. It is a base hit. Sarah Walker, the freshman DP, with a leadoff base hit. Brings up Shelby Armstrong,
Up next for the
who
Eagles,
is 1
the
for
second
1 with a
baseman,
base hit.
number 6,
Fourth hit for the
Shelby
Eagles.
Armstrong.
Chasing 6 against Lincoln Memorial, the 4 seed. Trying to go on a Cinderella story run to the SAC championship tomorrow afternoon. First pitch to Shelby Armstrong. Misses downstairs, 1-0. Armstrong singled her last time up. That was against Kaler in the third. Top of the order looming. The 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Strike zone knowledge has been the endless story for head coach Michael Graves. I think he's mentioned it in every interview. 2-0. Downstairs, 3 straight balls to Armstrong. And he taps to his head as Armstrong looks over to him on the third base side. Telling her to be smart. Understanding you're in control. Ball is in Kaler's court to throw a pitch to you. And 3-0 is low. 4-pitch walk. Armstrong on base for the second time today. And Walker up into scoring position to second as it turns over now to the top of the order with Malia Smith. The standout freshman and SAC freshman of the year, first team all-SAC shortstop. Trying to get on base, trying to get her first hit, I should say, rather. Got on via fielder's choice in the third. With a chance for Carson-Newman to get something going. Jordan Reagan, the catcher, out to talk with Kaler in the circle. And now Jordan Slate will make the walk from home to break up that conversation.
It's the top of the order for Carson-Newman, the shortstop, number 33, Malia Smith.
So a leadoff single from Walker, a 4-pitch walk to Armstrong, and here comes Malia Smith. Has been the leadoff hitter and everyday shortstop for Michael Graves. First pitch to Smith, high and outside. 5 consecutive balls from Kaler. Sarah Walker doing her best to let her fellow freshman Malia Smith know what's coming in this situation. 1-0. Bunt laid down third base side. It skitters foul. 1-1. Carson-Newman's dugout trying to build some energy. Spark some life back into its side. The 1-1 down and in. 2-1. Abby Martin stands on deck. Macaulay Bailey in the hole. A 7-1 Lincoln Memorial lead in the bottom of the fifth. 2-1. Smith tries to usher a bunt down the third base side, and once again lands fair. And then with some side spin, it creeps over the left field line. 2-2. That was in a picture-perfect spot to potentially load the bases with an infield single, and so it goes square at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kaler comes home, and Smith fights it off, glancing it off the end of her bat foul. freshman shortstop. Says the biggest key for her, staying true to herself. If she's going through rough spots, good spots, sticking to her game. 2-2. Smith clips it foul. Out of play, third base side. Says she's been a slapper for as long as she can remember. Her job is to get on base. She knows it. Here comes a 2-2. Another foul ball lifted up and out of play, straight back over top the press box. Has Sarah Walker at second, Shelby Armstrong at first. Nobody away in the bottom half of the fifth inning. A 6-run advantage for the Rail Splitters. 2-2. Smith, line drive that drops into center field. Walker stops at third as it's picked up and fired in by Covertier. First hit of the weekend for Malia Smith loads the bases. And the first 3 have reached for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fifth. Sets up Shelby Armstrong Abby Martin as Armstrong went up to second. Smith's at first. And so Richie Richardson is going to head to the bullpen. He's going to replace Jasmine Kaler with Katie Fultz in this spot. Left-hander along with Kaler were the two that pitched in the 2-1 9-inning win over Carson-Newman back on March 14th. Fultz went 3 innings, giving up just 1 hit with a strikeout. Faced just 10 batters and picked up the win in the extra innings win. Now that was a controversial win as Lincoln Memorial won on a sac fly from Gracie Palmer as obstruction was called against Anne-Marie Richards from Carson-Newman.
New pitcher in the game for Lincoln Memorial.
And so they go to Katie Fultz here. Fultz, the junior out of New Tazewell, Tennessee, comes in with a 5.83 ERA, making her team-leading 29th appearance. Has gone 75 2/3 innings, 41 strikeouts to 31 walks. Opponents batting .330 against her. First pitch to Martin, downstairs for ball 1, or rather, opponents batting an even .300 against Fultz. 1-0 to Abby Martin. Called strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Martin a ground out and a fielder's choice on her afternoon so far. Picked up a base hit and a walk in yesterday's win over Anderson. The 1-1 bounces past the catcher and Reagan, but a favorable bounce off the backstop. Holds Sarah Walker at third. Everybody else stays put. A smart decision by Walker, gets a thumbs up from Armstrong at second. Lefter comes home on a 2-1. Martin a ground ball to second. Vivrette goes to Palmer for 1 on to first. It's not in time. Walker scores. Lead's cut down to 5. As Martin drives in 1. Smith is retired on a 4th/6 put out. But Walker comes in to score, and it's just the first out here in the 5th inning. Macaulay Bailey now coming up to bat. Has been so close to home runs this weekend. First pitch from Fultz, low and away, 1-0. This is the part of the order, if you're Carson-Newman, that you want coming up in this spot. Trying to cut into this deficit. Bailey and then Gregory. 1-0. Low and away from Fultz again, 2-0. Yesterday, Bailey thought she had what a bat flip marquee home run that she's been waiting for this season in the 6th inning. 2-0. Finds the bottom rail of the zone, and it's 2-1.
Hey, quit letting the catcher steal strikes.
Carson-Newman faithful disagreeing, voicing their displeasure.
Be better.
As Amber DeWall clears off the mound for Fultz. Bailey back in the box. Open stance in the righty's batter's box. The 2-1. Low and away. 3-1.
Same pitch.
had a double in the 6th inning yesterday against Anderson that hit off the top of the wall and came back in. And then today, thought she had a home run to center field. Didn't get all of it. Here's a 3-1 ground ball back up the middle and into center field. RBI single for Macaulay Bailey. Drives in Armstrong. Martin up to second. 7-3.
Up next for the Eagles, the
58th RBI for Macaulay Bailey. 248th in her illustrious Carson-Newman career. So here comes Grace Gregory. Senior third baseman has had clutch hit after clutch hit in her season. 0 for 1, a walk and a fly out. Faces the lefty in Fultz. First pitch bounces in, gets past Reagan. Martin and Bailey advance another 60 feet into scoring position. Martin up to third. Bailey to second on the wild pitch from Fultz. Time is called as Michael Graves going to grab his lineup card. Going to put a pinch runner in at second base in place of Macaulay Bailey. Trying to put some more speed on the bases. As a ball to the outfield will score Martin, and very well could score Reese Winchester. That will come in as the pinch runner.
In to run for Carson-Newman, number 2, Reese Winchester.
San Diego, California native. Just hit 9:05 local time on the West Coast. 1-0. Gregory hammers one out towards center. Covertier drifting back, makes a catch just in front of the wall. Martin will tag and come in to score. Winchester up to third. Gregory does her job. Lead is down to 3 at 7-4.
Now batting for the Eagles, the left fielder, number 44.
She would have loved to get 3 runs on one swing, but just driving in runs for Carson-Newman, putting pressure on Fultz is the biggest key as Addie Saunders steps in. Lefty on lefty matchup. First one misses low. A 1-0. A strike at the bottom part of the zone, 1-1 against Saunders. 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Was 3 for 4 yesterday. Picked up an RBI, the 1-1. Saunders a slicing line drive into left. It nestles in front of Griffin. RBI single for Addie Saunders. A massive fist pump over at first base. The lead has been cut down to 2, a 4-run. Bottom of the 5th by Carson-Newman. It's 7-5. And that has been such a huge part of Saunders' game. Working every part of the field. She's worn out the left center field gap on extra base hits. She's been able to pull balls between first and second, works it up the middle, and here shoots one into left field in front of Griffin. Brings the tying run to the plate in Anne-Marie Richards. 1 for 2, a fly out to center, and then hammered a no-doubt home run to left field her last time up. Carson-Newman has scored the last 5 runs. The first pitch to Richards, soft liner straight to the second baseman in Vivret. A good pitch from Fultz, jams Richards, but energy and momentum back on Carson-Newman's side. 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7-5 as we head into the 6th on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Another pitching change for head coach Michael Graves. He goes back to the bullpen, and here comes the starter from yesterday, Atiana Stamper. Understanding the importance and feeling his team build momentum offensively, scoring the game's last 5 runs has brought the deficit down to 2. So Atiana Stamper will come in to face the top of the order for Lincoln Memorial. 4th time that as part of that Lincoln Memorial's lineup coming to the plate. Begins with Reese Vivret, who has reached base each time. And the right-hander Stamper home on the first pitch to Vivret. Starts her with a strike, couple of singles and a hit by pitch for the talented second baseman. That was named second team All-South Atlantic Conference. The 0-1 from Stamper. High and outside, 1-1. Stamper yesterday, complete game, 7 strikeouts, no walks, just gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Had a no-hitter for much of the game, the 1-1, slapped out of play, third base side. Anderson didn't notch its first hit till there were 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning on a single from Jenna Davis. One-two. Vivret, a chopper back up the middle, and it's into center field. She reaches base for the 4th time today on her 3rd base hit to start the top of the 6th inning.
Up next for Lincoln Memorial, the left fielder, number 1.
Have to give credit to Reagan Rowan in the circle for Carson-Newman. She went 2 2/3, surrendered just 2 hits, picked up 3 strikeouts to 2 walks. Was posted back-to-back scoreless frames in the 4th and the 5th. Spurred on these last 5 runs for Carson-Newman with stability in the circle. So Kristen Griffin now settles in. First pitch to Griffin from Stamper as a rise ball upstairs for ball 1. Winner advances to tomorrow's championship. The 1-0. Rise ball upstairs, 2-0. Vivret back safely on a back throw from Richards. Whoever falls will play in the second elimination game this afternoon. 2-0. Griffin tries to put a bunt down, clips it straight back, 2-1. Top 2 seeds, Lenore Ryan, the hosts, taking on Anderson, the 2 seed. And the next game after this one at 1 p.m., tournament's first elimination game. For Anderson, so much weight in that game. 2-1 from Stamper, upstairs to Griffin, 3-1. Stamper tries to settle herself down, coming in a big spot. Pressure building, nerves. Carson-Newman trying to rally in this contest, needing another shutdown inning from its pitching staff. The 3-1, Griffin pulls it foul out in front of a off speed from Stamper. And the count goes 3-2. Griffin 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, and a strikeout for the all-sack left fielder. That has done such a good job this season, staying patient, not swinging at pitches outside of the zone, but has been tested by these Carson-Newman pitchers in Spradlin, Sykes, and Rowan, and now here against Stamper. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Stamper slows things down with the changeup. Got Griffin out in front. For out number 1 in the 6th. First strikeout for Stamper. And for the 3rd time today, Griffin down by way of the K. Here comes Hannah McMean. Started her morning with a 2-run home run and then a double. Grounded out her last time up. Righty on righty matchup as Stamper's home on the first offering. Rises above the zone. Outfield is deep, very deep against McMean. Martin about maybe 5 to 10 yards in front of the center field wall. 1-0, high and outside, 2-0. Richards calls time. Jordan Slate, home plate umpire, gives it to her as she'll go out and talk with Stamper on the edge of the front side of the circle. Not the deepest park in the South Atlantic Conference, Southeast region. 200 down the lines here at Sheena Holler Field. And maybe about 205 out towards center. There's no marker out in center field. Here comes the 2-0 to McMean. This is high and outside once more to the right-handed hitting third baseman. And she sits in the driver's seat in a 3-0 count. As Reese Vivren, after a leadoff single over at first. 3-0 from Stamper. Sizzles on the outer half, 3-1.
Do it again.
Stamper trying to work backwards in this at-bat. 3-1. McMean off the end of her bat, flares it out into left field. Saunders creeping in, hauls it in for out number 2. And so here comes Jordan Reagan.
Batting next for the Rail Splitters, the catcher, number 11, Jordan Reagan.
Reagan 0 for 3 today. Fly out, line out, and a ground out. Righty on righty matchup. Stamper rocks and deals her first pitch to Reagan. Just a notch high of the zone. Same defensive alignment. 1-0. Catches the bottom part of the zone and on the outer part of the plate as well. Count goes to 1-1. Outfield deep against Reagan. She's got pop in her bat. 1-1. Reagan, a check swing that is fair down the first base side. Richards picks it up, goes to first with Armstrong covering, and gets out number 3. An excuse me check swing from Jordan Reagan. Bounced right, then spun back left. Bailey, Stamper, and Richards all converged. It was Richards to pick it up in a heads-up play by Shelby Armstrong. Pick up out number 3. Back to the bullpen, it's Brooke Strickland coming out for Lincoln Memorial as we go into the bottom half of the 6th inning on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Brooke Strickland onto the circle for Lincoln Memorial, delivers the first pitch ball to Katie Mathena to get things going in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 from the right-hander. Mathena jammed inside, fouls it off onto the netting on the first base side. Strickland, a 4.72 ERA, makes her 22nd appearance, just the 3rd in relief. Has gone 96 innings to pace Lincoln Memorial. Has 60 strikeouts to 51 walks. The 1-1 nearly hits Mathena, and it's 2-1. Opponents batting .301 against the right-hander by way of Parrish, Florida in her junior season. Was stellar in the win over LR yesterday. The 2-1 Mathena line drive into right field. A leadoff base hit from Katie Mathena, working it the other way. And this Carson-Newman offense that has found life over the last 2 innings starts the sixth with a leadoff base hit. I don't think anybody's more happier than Katie Mathena's dad. That is about 15 yards to my right. As Sarah Walker, who started a 4-run bottom of the fifth, comes up to bat. First pitch to Walker. Slices it out of play, first base side. Had a single to left field, part of a 4-run fifth inning. She represents the tying run here against Strickland. Went 7 innings yesterday against LR. Gave up 1 run on 6 hits with 6 Ks and a walk. The 0-1, Walker lifts a high fly ball into right center. Creeping over and calling off the center fielder Covertier is Cassidy Hack for out number 1.
Up next for Carson-Newman,
and so here comes the 9-hitter, Shelby Armstrong. Has gotten on base both times today, a single and a walk. Trying to set the table for the top of the order. First pitch swing for Armstrong, goes after a rise ball upstairs and muscles it up and out of play, first base side. A pitch there that Michael Graves has harped onto his team, not chasing those rise balls. Trying to settle the nerves. The 0-1 from Strickland. Armstrong goes into right center field. It will split the gap, and it is down for a base hit. Mathena up to second. Armstrong with her second hit of the day. She's gotten on base both times today. And the tying run is on the bases for Carson-Newman as we come back to the top of the order with Malia Smith.
It's the top of the order for Carson-Newman.
Carson-Newman just had 3 hits through the first 4 innings. They've put 6 together across the last 2 frames. And starting to break through. Mathena at second, Armstrong with tremendous speed over at first, and the fastest of them all, Malia Smith at the plate. Takes the first pitch strike as she was showing, button pulled back, and Strickland starts her to get ahead. 1-1. Corners in, infield in against Smith. The 0-1 misses upstairs and a little outside. 1-1. Mathena taking a huge secondary lead at second because no one's keeping her on the back until the second baseman Vivrette has to go over and usher her back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith a single to center last time up. 1-1 downstairs. 2-1. The 2-1. Smith, the line drive straight to third, picked up, fired back to first, and it's not in time. Nice snag by McMean to record out number 2. And so here comes Abby Martin with 2 away and 2 on. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Eagles, the center fielder, number 14, Abby Martin.
Martin back-to-back fielder's choices. First pitch from Strickland. Martin jammed inside, pops it up to the netting on the first base side, and it's 0-1.
Gotta rotate.
Martin has been a part of so many clutch moments this season for Carson-Newman, a team that has taken the lead 12 times in the 6th inning or later this season. The 0-1, Martin pops it up, foul ground, first base side. It will slice out of play, and it's 0-2.
Don't get handsy.
Has delivered 3 walk-off winners. The 0-2, upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 bounces in, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Protect.
Has had 11 game-winning plays this season with the bat. 4 of 6 have come in the 6th inning or later. 2-2 is a check swing on a pitch low in the zone, but she's able to just glance it foul first base side. Senior out of Gadsden, Alabama. Spent her whole career with Carson-Newman. Here comes a 2-2. Martin, a chopper back up the middle, taken by the shortstop Palmer. She'll step on the second base bag and retire Armstrong. Carson-Newman strands 2 as Strickland works around some trouble. Heading into the 7th, it's a 7-5 Lincoln Memorial lead over Carson-Newman on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Top of the 7th, 1 inning remains. Lincoln Memorial in front 7-5 as Stamper starts off the inning with the first pitch ball, just a hair low to Nicole Covertier. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rail Splitters. 4 seed trying to advance to tomorrow's championship. 1-0. Stamper delivers in a strike, and it's 1-1. Covertier's gotten on base her last 2 times up. Single and a walk. A 1-1. Wave and a miss. Well out in front of the changeup from Stamper, and it's 1-2. When talking with pitching coach Holly Tucker-Vance, that changeup from Stamper, when it's on, and it is a dynamic pitch. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Works to the screwball that goes down and in against Covertier. Strikeout number 2 for Stamper, out number 1 in the 7th. And here comes Hannah Bogoski.
Hannah Bogoski.
2 for 3, a couple of hits her last 2 times up, a single in the 5th and an RBI double in the 3rd. First pitch to Bogoski, hangs upstairs 1-0. Ready on ready. Here comes the 1-0 from Stamper. Misses a touch low, 2-0. Carson-Newman needing another shutdown inning here. As 3, 4, and 5 are due up for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 7th, chasing 2. Here's the 2-0. Stamper puts it down the chute, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. That's a rise ball that slips out of the hand of Stamper, 3-1. Trying to find the zone here against Hannah Bogoski. Cassidy Hacks on deck. Here comes the 3-1. Fouled straight back. Count goes full. These 2 in-state foes delivering a classic to start the 2nd day here from Hickory. Winner to tomorrow's championship. Whoever falls will slot into the 2nd elimination game this afternoon. Take on the winner of Anderson and Lenore Rhine. Payoff pitch to Bogoski. Hammers one out towards center. Martin goes back, looking up. It is long gone from Bogoski. Sprinting around the bases, the 3rd home run of the day from the Rail Splitters. That's a huge insurance run on a solo shot from Bogoski. Second home run of the season. And it's 8-5 in the 7th.
Batting for Lincoln Memorial, the right fielder, number 5, Cassidy.
Stamper just left one up in the zone there, and so energy back to Lincoln Memorial's side. And she hammers in a first pitch strike to Cassidy Hack to get ahead 0-1. The 0-1 on the hard ground ball to the third baseman. Gregory handcuffs her. She's not able to hold on to it, and Hack is aboard. We'll see how they rule it. I would lean in favor of a hit.
Up next for Lincoln Memorial, the first baseman, number 22, Alyssa.
As Alyssa Maples will come to the plate. They're going to charge an error against Gregory. Here comes the 0-1 to Maples, or excuse me, the first pitch to Maples, and she's out in front of it, 0-1. So now Carson-Newman chasing 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, trying to hold it here. The 0-1 comes in, wave and a miss from Maples, chases a rise ball from Stamper, and it's 0-2 with Hack over at first base. A double, a single, and then a home run from Bogoski on her afternoon. The 0-2, strike 3 called, painted inside by Stamper. Notches her third strikeout. First by the looking variety. Puts 2 outs on the board. And so the 9-hitter, Gracie Palmer, will come up to bat.
Watch the runner. Watch the runner.
First pitch to Palmer. Hit on the ground to third. It is foul. Bounced twice on the white line and then just skittered about a ball left of the third base bag before it got past it. That was going to be trouble down the line with Hack over at first, has good speed. Instead, it's a strike, and it's 0-1 to Palmer. Fly out, fielder's choice, and a strikeout. The 0-1, off speed, outside, snared by Richards, lunging to her right. Holds Hack over at first base, 1-1. 1-1, high and outside to Palmer, 2-1. Would love to get this out here if you're Michael Graves and Carson-Newman. You don't even want to flirt with the top of the order, and Reese Vivrette that's gotten on all 4 times today with 3 base hits. 2-1, Palmer lifts one in the air. Saunders drifting back up against the wall. It is gone! A 2-run home run from Gracie Palmer. And could that be the nail in the coffin? The 9-hitter, the second home run of the inning. 4th wall scraper of the day, makes it 10-5 Lincoln Memorial. And some frustration building potentially here for Carson-Newman. Stamper and Richards yelling at one another in the circle. Malia Smith chiming in as well. Holly Tucker-Vance will come out and chat with them. As this late rally from Carson-Newman turning a bit sour here in the 7th. Pair of home runs, a solo shot from Bogoski, and now a 2-run shot from Gracie Palmer. Holly Tucker-Vance trying to calm things down, settle things down. As Richards goes back shaking her head and now has words for Holly Tucker-Vance. As Palmer launches her second home run of the season and makes it 10-5. As it's back now to the top of the order with Reese Vivrette. Stamper home on the first pitch to Vivrette. It's low in the dirt.
This is the top of the order.
And it's 1-0. Carson-Newman had scored the last 5 runs with a tally in the 4th and 4 in the 5th. Felt momentum building. Had the tying run on the bases an inning ago in the 6th. The 1-0. Slapped out of play, clips off the netting, enters into the grandstand, and lands on the walkway. Nobody harmed there, and the count goes to 1-1. But here, 3 runs in the 7th. Home runs for Lincoln Memorial. 4 of them today. 1-1, bounces in front of home, 2-1. Rail Splitters now with a 5-run cushion. Sit 3 outs away from continuing this Cinderella story into the championship. The 2-1 Vivrette line drive up the middle and into center. 4 for 4 for Reese Vivrette. 4 base hits. Also got on via hit by pitch and continues to be a party starter atop the order for Lincoln Memorial. Here comes Kristen Griffin, all sack outfielders, 0 for 4 today with 3 strikeouts. First pitch from Stamper outside 1-0. Now there's a different energy on the infield for Carson-Newman. 1-0 from Stamper, finds the zone against Griffin. Richards snaps it back to Stamper. Those two were upset with one another after the Palmer home run. The 1-1 comes in low. That's 2-1. Whether it was a miscommunication with the pitch, I'm not entirely certain. 2-1 on the way from Stamper. This is outside, 3-1. These pressure cooker moments have fallen in favor of Lincoln Memorial today with marquee hits. 3 2-run home runs. 3-1 to Griffin. A called strike on the inner half, and Griffin was ready to toss her back down the third base side. Has to hold on to it as Stamper works the count full. Payoff pitch on the way from Stamper. Griffin, sky-high fly ball into right center. Martin calls off Mathena, and there's out number 3. But Lincoln Memorial adding 3 major insurance runs, a solo home run from Bogoski, a 2-run shot from Palmer. Rail Splitters 3 outs away from advancing to tomorrow's championship. On the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back at Sheena Holler Field, we're into the bottom of the 7th. Lincoln Memorial, the 4 seed, and upset-minded Rail Splitters, 3 outs away from advancing to Saturday's championship. Macaulay Bailey leads off, took a first pitch strike, and now glances the 0-1 back, and it's 0-2. Brooke Strickland trying to go these final 2 innings to give the win to the Rail Splitters. The 0-2. This is outside, 1-2. Carson-Newman trailed 7-0, battled back to get it down to 2 heading into the 6th. And then a 3-run top of the 7th from LMU has brought the lead back up to 5. 1-2 to Bailey. Jammed inside, pops it up, it'll stay on the infield right behind second base. It's Palmer. Put away Bailey for out number 1 in the 7th. A fiery discussion on the first base side in between innings for Carson-Newman. Michael Graves has said many times before, this team is too talented to have these arguments get in the way of what they're capable of, as Gregory takes a first pitch strike from Strickland, and it goes to 0-1. Said he needed his team to come out of the gate side. It was a 10:35 first pitch. The 0-1. Gregory pops it up onto the grandstand, third base side. Karam's down 15 yards to my right. Counts 0-2 now to Gregory. A walk, fly out, and a sac fly for her. Brought in Carson-Newman's fourth run. The 0-2, Gregory muscles one out towards left center, and it drops in front of Kristen Griffin. Base hit for Gregory. Brings Addie Saunders to the plate with one away.
Now batting for Carson-Newman, the left fielder.
Saunders, an RBI single in the fifth, drove in Carson-Newman's last run, brought it down to a 2-run deficit. Stands in the lefty's batter's box. Strickland quickly home with a strike in the heart of the zone, 0-1. Infield back, outfield closer in, the 0-1. Another strike down the gut from Strickland, 0-2. Left fielder Griffin playing a little closer in than the other two outfielders. If Saunders goes the other way, the 0-2, she chops it to third, picked up by McMean, goes to second to retire Gregory. Turn on to first is not in time. And a fielder's choice puts two outs on the board. As LMU just needs one more out. This team at one point sat at 2-8 in sack play. They ended the season 10-2 in conference play to pick up the 4 seed. They've yet to lose in the sack tournament. First pitch to Anne-Marie Richards, high and outside, 1-0. Picked up a sweep of Mars Hill in the opening round games, and then opened day 1 of the championship series yesterday, a 3-1 victory over LR. And time is called behind the plate by Jordan Slade as Brooke Strickland was getting set to come home. Richards resets herself, as does Strickland. The 1-0 home. Misses above the numbers, 2-0. Strickland wastes no time in the circle. Really puts pressure on the hitters. Quick to get set, quick to come home. Here comes a 2-0. Nestles into the bottom part of the zone, 2-1. Richards 1 for 3, fly out, solo shot, and a soft line out. 1-1. Richards fouls it away, and now LMU 1 strike away. 4 seed that at one point this season sat in the bottom of the sack standings. Stands a strike away from getting out of this jam, and 2-2 slapped up and onto the art building. It's down the third base side where post-game press conferences take place, but a strike away from advancing back to the championship series. 2-2, Richards, high fly ball into left field. The shortstop Palmer calls people off and is unable to secure the catch. Saunders goes around second up to third. It was a fair ball, and so Richards is aboard on an error by the shortstop in Palmer, and Katie Mathena comes to the plate with 2 outs. Runners on the corner. Mathena 1 for 3, strikeout, line out, and a single. Strickland's first pitch home, a foul tip by Mathena, and it's 0-2. Richards at first, Saunders at third, excuse me. 10-5 Lincoln Memorial lead in the bottom of the 7th. 0-1 to Mathena. Clips it straight back. 0-2. And so again, Strickland has 2 strikes on a hitter. Thought she got the pop out to end it from Richards. Tries to get through Mathena and send LMU to tomorrow's championship. The 0-2, Mathena drives it in the air out towards center. Covertier drifting back just in front of the wall, hauls it in. Lincoln Memorial heads on to championship Saturday. The 4 seed takes down top seed LR yesterday, and now they defeat their in-state rival and 3 seed Carson-Newman, 10-5.
And that's the ball game.
They jumped in front 7-0. Carson-Newman battled back, got it down to 2. But the Rail Splitters add 3 more in the 7th, and they advance to tomorrow's championship. In early March, this was the most unlikely team to get to that point, but here they are. Richie Richardson in his 9th season, he's been here a time or two. He knows what it takes to get to this point and what it takes to get to the national tournament, trying to be a bid stealer. Meanwhile, for Carson-Newman, they fall into the loser's bracket, and they await the winner of today's next contest at 1 p.m. Well, it won't be at 1 p.m. It'll be a bit after, closer to 1:20, I'd say. Anderson and Lenore Ryan, the top 2 seeds, in an elimination game this afternoon. Carson-Newman awaits the winner of that contest with its SAC Tournament Championship hopes on the line. Until then, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Hickory. I'll see you in the afternoon. 3:30 approximate first pitch between Carson-Newman and the winner of this next contest between Anderson and Lenore Ryan. Lincoln Memorial, the 4 seed, off to tomorrow's championship. Heard their graduation is tomorrow as well. Softball team says, nice to hear that. We won't be there. But until this afternoon, when Carson-Newman takes on the winner of this Anderson-Lenore Ryan matchup, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Sheena Hollerfield. LMU takes down Carson-Newman 10-5 in 7. Until then, Matt Scalzo saying so long. See you in the afternoon on the Eagle Sports Network.